Hey guys, so this will be sort of a response video journey together and a video with some important allocation information. But it's a response video to Danny Phantom's recent video called Fanning After Dark in dark gray here, and Nostalgia Nomics' first video journey together allocation disaster. And I don't really know how copyright strikes kind of work, so I'm kind of hesitating just like oversharing them. But I'll leave the links in the description and I'll just go over basically the crucial information that you need to know. And I'll just encourage you to watch actual videos themselves. But the valuable thing about some of these YouTube channels is that they give away sort of allocation information for free. It's kind of information that local gaming stores get from the distributors that unless you have an actual connection, you would not be able to know this information basically. Um, like I don't have any connections to distributors or anything, so but I can take advantage of this. Like I was able to um, know about Surging Sparks early because Nostalgianomics would post videos on how Surging Sparks allocations relative to Stellar Crown were less, and he was predicting massive price increases, which is exactly what happened. So I was able to take advantage of that. So yeah, so we had Stellar Crown come out, and then we had Surging Sparks, and now we're getting joined together. So basically, what the videos are saying is that Danny Phantom he has a spreadsheet, which I'll link you the exact timestamps, but no, I don't want to get copyright or whatever. But he's getting less joining together than Stellar Crown. And so it's kind of a rant video because he kind of goes over how um, he is getting so much less and he's not really mad for his profits. He's mad for kind of the collector because he's kind of a channel that's for the community. Like he's selling MSRP and he's trying to do the best he can do for the community. He does like whole collection give outs. Like the amount he gives is really insane. Um, and so, but like one thing about him is that the reason why his information is like valuable is that he's one of the people who buy a lot from Pokemon. And if you buy a lot from Pokemon, sort of like the people who buy the most from distributors get the most product. Because like ideally, like, if you like everyone is like, hey, wouldn't it be such a great idea to open a Pokemon store, ask for like a million journey to get booster boxes, and then since they're selling for like 200, I make it's like infinite money machine. That's not really how it works. Like even if you get on distribution, you only get so much allocated, and that was sort of the problem for Prismatic. A lot of stores got a lot less than they thought they would get, and that's because um, pretty much it's a pie analogy. Like there's only so much pie to go around for everyone. If you split a pizza with like 8 people, it's like one slice each. If you split between like 100 or 1,000 people, everyone gets like barely any pizza. That's basically what happened. Um, and so what we're gonna see is that this kind of confirms the kind of trend that I've seen, other people have seen, how there's two things going on. One of them is that yes, other stores that have never requested Pokemon are requesting Pokemon, like gas stations, whatever. They sell random products or sports trade like sports cards. They'll start requesting Pokemon, and so even someone like Dan who's bought so much Pokemon in the past, he gets way less than before. And because of that, like there's like demand shortages. Like everything sells out instantly. Even if there was more Journey Together printed or more Prismatic printed, um, like it would just sell instantly because like you can't keep it on the shelves a lot. Like if people know that the price can go up, and also like when someone puts it on a site, it sells out in like seconds. Everyone starts getting FOMO, and that starts panicking. That increases demand even more, and that's exactly what happened. The other thing is sort of like the acknowledgement how big box stores are getting a lot more allocation, and this is having like a minimum MSRP effect because a lot of times, especially in bear markets, MSRP is laughed at. Like this is honestly one of the first times I'm playing like MSRP for a booster box. I'm paying like I got some journey together and I paid around MSRP plus tax whatever. I was like, wow, I'm paying like so much. And just to give you a reference, like that's around like after taxes and stuff, that's like 170, $180. And like just think about it. You're buying journey together boxes for something similar to Sword and Shield. Like you get Astral Radiance if you just spent like 40 or 50 more dollars. And Astral Radiance is something that's definitely a safe investment in the long term. Whereas a Journey Together, the price will go up and down. So the main reason people are buying Journey Together is because like they want to flip it for more money. Um, but yeah, since there's less than surging than stellar crown, um, it kind of shows how like thin the supply is and how Pokemon's kind of shifting things, and they're leaving these like that means that like before the way to get a deal is that I would go on a website like PokeAny doesn't have the best prices, but I'm just gonna use him because like it's easier. But yeah, you go on a site like this and you'll get something less than MSRP. And then that was the way. Like that's where you could get like $100 booster boxes. Even on TCG Player, you could go there, you get way less than market price. But because big box stores are getting most of the product, and they always sell at MSRP or less, or they usually sell MSRP or more. Like it just creates it so like everyone's like used to paying MSRP. If MSRP is the floor, then the secondary market's gonna go above that, and that's why we have joint together booster boxes at around like already around like $200. Like on eBay sales, like I've been tracking it sort of, it's usually about 200 to 240, and that's kind of what I'm seeing. The good thing is, so I mentioned Nostalgia Nomics video, and he says from his sources that his source, Pokemart USA, they got more allocation than they did for Searching Sparks. Because I told you before, like, he knew that Searching Sparks was way less than Stellar Crown, and therefore he knew Searching Sparks, since it's a better set, it would, like, the price would go up a lot. So it seems like possibly um, it's the Journey Together amount is between Surging Sparks and Stellar Crown amounts. So it's not like the least amount ever, but the thing is like there's too much demand right now that it doesn't even matter. This is kind of normal. Pokemon may increase print runs in the long term, and that's going to happen at some point. Pokemon's going to print so much of a booster box, and people are going to not be able, like, people are going to have to, like, fire sell it, basically. They're going to price compete and whatever. Right now, if, like, you have Journey Together, you can sell MSRP no problem. Like, you'll sell it in seconds. At some point, that will end. At some point, there'll be too much, and then people get nervous because they're leveraged or whatever, and they have to sell out, and then the prices will plummet. So, but yeah, we're starting this like it's kind of too early for that. But yeah, join it together. It'll still be pretty expensive. It might go down at some point, like near MSRP, but it don't expect it to be like super cheap when it comes out. Like MSRP is the deal because big box stores are the main like stores getting these, and LGSs don't have enough supply um, to really sell for less. And there's no reason like there's no the economic factors are not in place where there's not enough where the supply is greater than the demand right now. Um, so yeah, but also the geographic factors are important. Like as we get more and more allocation numbers, we'll get more and more confirmation of these sort of numbers. But yeah, essentially, I suggest you watch the videos for more in depth analysis on that, and there'll be more and more YouTubers giving out information, or more stores giving out their allocations, and we'll get a more accurate view of the picture. Um, okay, so I'll just like end it with like I didn't really notice. I kind of forgot that Journey to Gear is probably on Pokemon Center, but yeah, it's the booster boxes are selling great at like 100 a day. That's like really good. Um, I want to compare that to Surging Sparks actually. So how long did it take Surging Sparks to get to like 100 boost boxes a day? Um, this is like a 3 day range. Well, there's more story together than selling now than Surging Sparks. Like Journey Together is selling like 2 to 4 times the amount. Um, this is a week, so I divide by 7. Even Searching Sparks was rarely ever selling more than 100 boxes a day. Let's see. Peak was here. So this was about 200 boxes a day because that's about 7 days. Um, over here, it's about like 100, 150. And then here is around 100. So yeah, like Surging Sparks didn't get to 100 boxes a day until around October 21st, which I think was Surging Sparks was released, I think, in early October. The release date should appear. Oh, wait, it's November. So that was November. Okay, so that, I'm completely wrong on that. But yeah, we are about a month and a half away. I think the demand will get stronger. We'll see more and more people buying. Um, but yeah, it took until that long, and the official release date was November 8th, which was about 2 weeks later. So 2 weeks before release, Surging Sparks was selling at $100 a day, and Journey Together is released at the 28th. So we are at that's like it's not like 2 months. Yeah, that's like probably a little less than 2 months. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna necessarily see these, especially the booster boxes. The booster boxes, I don't expect to go down, and there's a lot of days when there's like 150 selling. Um, the ETBs are going down, and so the prices are going down. It was sometimes it was like 100, and now it's going to like um, at least on eBay. I guess TCG Player has been at 90, and then ETB. I mean, the booster bundles are selling okay, but it seems like they're going 45. That's closer to MSRP than before. And then focus on UTBs. There's not a lot of data here, so I'll continue to run on eBay, but these are usually like 200. But yeah, that's it for the video. Yeah, allocation numbers are important. They really, it's not everything, but it really does give you like a key insight on the market. Personally, um, just to give you a future thing, like I'm looking at these YouTubers like Nostalgia Nomics, Dating Phantom, especially Alpha Investments for the future, to get information on changes that the Pokemon company is doing, so I can like not get caught in the bear market. Um, in Alpha Investments, I looked at the history, and he predicted that the bear market would occur like I think like a couple months to 6 months to a year, somewhere I think 3 to 12 months, depending on how you look at it, before the bear run actually happened. He said, "Be careful." We're not there yet, but yeah, once you start hearing that the printers are going a lot or sellers have gone too much, then you want to be cautious how much you buy. You might want to cancel your orders, or you might want to not buy as much. But we're not there yet. Um, yeah. Last time, what happened with Sword and Shield, Battle Styles was selling for a lot, and MSRP for Battle Styles is like one. It's like 140. So just to give you a history thing, last time there was a bear market, Battle Styles was selling very good. It was like selling for like what? Like people will buy at 140 because they could flip it for like 160, 180, 200. Sound familiar? It's exactly what people are doing joining together. There's not a lot of people are. There's kind of mixed excitement for this set. There's no like consensus of like, oh yeah, this is like really good. People are just like, well, it's gonna go up, so sure. Um, I think it's an okay set. But it's definitely not like super hyped. But Battle Styles was hyped because it was the first alt art set. Like, could you imagine there's no alt arts, and then you suddenly see alt arts, and you're like, whoa, this set looks amazing. That's exactly what happens with Battle Styles. Battle Styles um, had these, and honestly, these look just the arts and style look pretty good. The Pokemon are iffy, so it was selling for like 160, 180, 200. At some point, what happened is that um, Pokemon printed a bunch of battle styles, and they printed at the same time the next set. I think Chilling Reign was the next set, and so this is kind of how Pokemon distributors kind of work. If you don't buy their stuff, they will remember that, and they'll give you less stuff next time. So what happened with the Battle Style Chilling Reign situation is that Chilling Reign was about to release, and so people had to allocate money for Chilling Reign. But then they're like, oh, we have a Battle Styles restock. Would you like to buy some? And so stores felt pressure to buy some because they're in kind of like a very bad situation. That's why the bear market happened. Like if you buy all of it, you probably didn't have enough money, so you had to sell product that you had to justify like paying for those prices. And therefore, if a lot of stores sell their product, prices will go down. You'll see those price decreases, and that's everyone gets scared, and then prices will go even lower. Um, if you don't buy from them, then distributors will just like kind of cancel your contract. Or if you order from them and you cancel it, they'll definitely cancel it. That's where a lot of like LGSs like kind of went out of business, and that's where everyone was selling off their stuff, and that's why these things got down to like $70 to $90 a box. So yeah, I'm looking at these other YouTubers for those sort of information. Sorry, I didn't think this video would be so long, but it's something I think it's important to look into. And I don't like I like like I've known this for a while, but I think it's probably important to talk about this now and over time, um, because people don't really realize that this is gonna happen. It's very predictable. It happens a lot, and there are some ways to get ahead of it, just a little bit. So just be careful. Um, yeah, for my journey together, I don't know if I want to hold it that long. I probably just want to offload just to decrease my risk because buying at these prices is just really risky. All right, that's it for today's video. Thanks, guys. Bye.